We are all in the same boat. We're trying to save money, but we don't know the best vehicles for our savings. But luckily, Dylan Bond, he's the owner of Bond Financial Services. He's here to share tips on planning your retirement. Dylan, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
There's a variety of things that we can do. Maybe the most ineffective is putting money in a savings account, just a good old-fashioned bank account.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on who you are. Everybody has a little bit of a different risk tolerance. There's people out there that they'll sleep the best at night if all their money's in the bank earning 1/4%.
Or under their pillow,
Right.
0%, but they have it.
Correct. Yeah. So they just want to know it's there and that it's safe.
But for people who want to grow their wealth over time, there's IRAs, there's 401ks, and now, basically, to summarize that for everybody, it's just an account that you have that's passive. You don't even touch it. Money oftentimes is directly deposited into there, and it grows over time.
Well, yeah, basically an IRA, a 401k, a 403b, they're all tax-deferred plans. So what you're doing is you're putting money into those accounts before taxes. All of the growth on that money is tax-deferred, and then down the road, when you take the money out, you're going to start to pay income tax as you take that money out.
But that's an important thing to realize.
Right.
When you're planning your retirement, you can't say, "Oh, I have $100,000 in my IRA,"
Right?
Because it's not going to be $100,000 when you actually cash it out.
Well, exactly, and that's what I try to get people thinking about. And I think one of the most important things that younger people can get a hold of as a concept is try not to save all of your money in a tax-deferred account, because what I'm seeing now is a lot of people that don't have pensions, that have worked for the same company for 25, 30 years, they come to me at around 50 years old, 55, to start retirement planning, and all of their savings and assets are inside of tax-deferred accounts. So what that means is, if they ever wanted to take a lump sum out to buy a second home or to give some kids a gift, basically what would happen is they'd have to pay income tax on that entire amount when they withdraw it. So it's important that you have a tax-deferred money, obviously, and also after-tax money or Roth IRA money that is tax-free.
So that's how you have to diversify a little bit. You can help people in that diversification process. Let's talk a little bit about IRAs. So in 2013, you can contribute over $5,000 to all the IRAs combined. Now, what does that mean?
Well, basically, if you want to contribute to an IRA this year and you're under 50 years old, you can only put up to $5,000 into that account.
And that's per person. So as a couple, you could put 11 grand in there.
That's right. Well, 5 and 5 is 10.
And the limit's 5.5. I did the math.
You're right. So yeah, so $5,500, that's $11,000. You're right. Basically, if you're 50 or older, okay, you can put an additional $1,000 in, so you can put up to $6,500 per year in.
I understand. And the special part about the IRA is that you don't pay taxes when you cash it out. Is that right?
Well, you do pay taxes.
That's the one you do
The
pay
Roth
taxes.
IRA is the one that you put money in now after tax. So when you fund a Roth IRA, you're putting after-tax money into the account. All of the growth on that money grows tax-free, and then when you take it out down the road, it's tax-free.
I understand.
Okay.
So there's many varieties of things, and it's important to diversify because you don't want to be stuck with all tax-deferred stuff.
Yeah, basically tax-deferred money, in my opinion, is replacing pensions. So the money that you accumulate in your 401ks and the money you accumulate in your IRAs, that is instead of a pension. So you need to be on the ball and make sure that as you get closer to retirement, you're creating a pension that's going to give you income over time. The longer you take that money out, and over the more tax years, obviously you're going to pay lower taxes because you'll keep your tax brackets at a lower level. If you took all of your money out of your 401ks and IRAs in one given year, for every $100,000 that you take out, you're probably going to end up paying anywhere from $20,000 to $33,000 in tax.
Just giving it to the government.
On that withdrawal, exactly. So you have to be very careful and be very aware of the tax brackets.
Well, it's so important that we figure these things out, too, because as you always say, you have to be prepared to live decades and decades without a paycheck.
That's right. You know, you got to have a team of trusted advisors. When you're dealing with taxes, you obviously want to have a tax professional that you can count on. And again, as a financial advisor working with people 50 and older, it's very important that I understand how these tax laws and rules affect my clients, and make sure that as we're planning, we're creating plans that take all these considerations into place banks and make sure they have a higher probability of not outliving their money.
Now, Dylan, unfortunately, we're out of time, but in case people out there are interested, they want to see you again, you're always doing seminars both at restaurants and on the golf courses, so people can always check in with you there.
Absolutely.
Dylan, pleasure having you here.
Good
As
being
always, every Wednesday. I love it. Visit bondfinancialservices.net or call 413-754-4747. Just let Dylan and his staff take the steps to secure your financial future.